Hey guys, and welcome to another 1/6 Galaxy video. This time we're doing a quick collection update just to show off some recent 6 scale figure buys. And if you would have seen my last video, I kept the Hasbro Rogue One stuff separate. Okay, so first of all, a bit of an older release, but one I've only just recently picked up. It's the Optimus, Hot Toys Optimus Prime. I'd like to thank Commander Ridgehouse for this one. In Anime Exchange. It's a very cool figure, light up feature, but it's hidden by the backpack, and of course you have the matrix of leadership in there, and his cabin opens up. Magnetic guns, or you can just clip them on the side. A lot of display options. A very cool figure. Another very cool figure from Anime Exchange is the Hot Toys Ultron. Very tall figure. As you can see, he kind of towers there, lots of lights, but again they're all hidden, and it's got the articulated jaw, and you can pose the fingers however you like because they're each on individual ball joints, and you can see I kind of made one into a fist. Okay, so jumping on to Medicom, I recently picked up the Fate Zero Saber, and I decided to grab the Unlimited Blade Works Shiro Emiya, and they look great together. So a very cool pair to have, especially if you've seen the anime. I'm thinking of picking up Archer and Rin at some point, but I'm not 100% sure on that yet. Just sticking with Medicom, I also managed to track down an older 2007 Roy Mustang. He doesn't have the articulation that Shiro has and the newer figures have, but he's well worth picking up and looks quite cool. And you see I've got Edward Elric there, and Alphonse way at the back there. But yeah, very cool piece to have, especially if you're a Full Metal Alchemist fan, and a great addition to the anime shelf. Okay, so a while back, late last year, I picked up the Star Ace Voldemort, Mad Eye, and Sirius Black, and I managed to grab a good deal on the Star Ace Goblet of Fire Harry Potter and the Severus Snape figure from Half-Blood Prince. I haven't got all the accessories for Snape out, or the Harry out. He also has a light up stone which illuminates the trophy and an egg, but you can see the likeness on him is extremely cool, extremely good, as is the likeness on Snape, and of course like the likeness on all the Star Ace figures are good. You can see I've kind of got the display stay to get the display stand to actually hold Harry on the broomstick in the air, which I thought was a very cool feature to have, and yeah, kind of as a display. So you can see they also have the magic effects, but as I recently moved the shelf around, I didn't have any room for the magic effects, so I just left them off. Okay, so moving on to Hot Toys now, and Hot Toys Star Wars. We have 3 chromed out figures. So we have a golden Stormtrooper. You can't see too well because of the lighting, but he does have a golden Imperial Star on the display stand as well. Very cool. So they're all just standard Stormtrooper molds. I also picked up the Sand Trooper, Shock Trooper, Copper Chrome, and of course we can see First Order Captain Phasma. Phasma's cape is really nice. Again, I'm not sure how well it shows up, but her armor is actually weathered and chromed. So even though it's chromed out, it looks like it's been through a lot, and it is quite weathered out, which is really nice to see. I was going to pose her with all the First Order Troopers, but the figure was too tall for the shelf that I had them on originally, so I've just put all 3 chromed out troopers together. The Shock Trooper is very nice as well. He's very weathered. You can can see he's got the red paint job, which obviously makes him the shock trooper. I've got jump trooper on the way, but I won't get to look at him until December, because if you follow my other videos, you would know that I am not back home with my collection very often. So I also added TR8R to my collection, or Riot Stormtrooper. You can see he's got his baton and his riot shield there. A very cool trooper to have, and he goes well with all the other First Order troopers. You can also see that I've got the Stormtrooper Officer, which meant he came with the standard trooper. Now the standard trooper that came with the officer is slightly shorter than the others. You can see I've got squad leader and officer beside Kylo, and the other standard that came with heavy gunner. So I do have all the different variations of the First Order troopers. Sticking with Hot Toys, we have Finn. The sculpt and likeness is excellent. I'll see if I can bring him out into the light a bit more, so you can definitely see that that's a very cool looking, or very great looking John Boyega sculpt. You can see Rey. Again, I'll just see if I can move it forward. Without knocking her over. So yeah, you can see that the Daisy Ridley sculpt is amazing. She's got a lightsaber, a blaster. You do get gloved and ungloved hands. You also get the whole desert wrap. And you can see her stuff. I didn't put the Jakku wraps on, and of course we get BB-8. Now the cool thing about BB-8 is his head is on a magnet, and if we pick it up and flick a switch, you can see we get that really cool light up feature there. And you just place it on like so, and it looks, we see BB-8's red eye, and we see his hole projector. One thing to be careful of is the antennas only plug into the top of BB-8's head. As you just saw, one of them popped off. They kind of just peg. It's a bit hard to do one-handed, but they just peg into his head. So do be careful not to snap them or lose them. And of course it is quite hard when the head is on a rolling, the rolling magnet like it is. But again, you just tilt it and you can see that little switch, and then yeah, that goes off, and then you just flick them on. Two more pickups I did get, and I apologize for this being so dark, is I did manage to get Kirk and Spock from the new QMX line. Both figures have great likeness and similar articulation to Hot Toys. You can see Spock's got his Vulcan greeting hand. You can see that likeness is very cool. He's got a phaser. They do have display stands, but they stand very well on their own, so I didn't really feel like using it. You can see Kirk also has his phaser and his uniform. They also have, and you have to touch these yourself, they also have the underbelt, which was a nice addition. But they do have Federation logo display stands, which you can use to position them. But like I said, both figures stand well enough on their own, and they were very good pickups for the price I paid. I got them a bit cheaper at Comic Con as a bundle buy, but they're normally about $320 each. Now, a lot of people have complained about the fin ray height. As you can see, I've got ray on the stand and fin off the stand. With this, in doing so, the height is actually not that bad. Fin's still a little bit taller than ray, which isn't supposed to be. I don't think. I think Daisy was a little bit taller than John, but it is what it is, because I haven't gotten around to doing the leg mod, which you can do. That's pretty much it this time around. Of course, we know Force Friday is of course Friday. Now, you would also know that I'm in Australia, so no midnight launches for us as of yet. I highly doubt they will announce it, because they haven't announced it now, they're not going to. And if you saw my other video, you would have seen that there is a lot of leaks. Now, I forgot to add it into the Hasbro video before, but I did also pick up a Black Series TIE Fighter. It is massively huge. Black Series TIE Fighter, not taking it out of the box, but I thought it was just worth mentioning. Of course, if you're in Australia, Phasma should get to you hopefully not too far away. Ray just landed. They were originally going to ship Ray and Phasma together. I don't know why they didn't, but hopefully you guys get it soon. And of course, we know Jump Trooper and Nightmare Batman have just started shipping out from Sideshow. Again, mine don't leave until this week, and I go back. I leave Brisbane on Saturday, so I'm not going to get to see them until December, but I will do another update by then. And of course, there's also the Death Trooper that you can pre-order, as well as the new Doctor Strange. It hasn't been confirmed whether Sideshow is getting the Jedi Trooper yet. Hot Toys originally announced the Jedi Troopers as a 2-pack, but there is a special Toys R Us single one. So we don't know if they're going to actually follow through with the 2-pack, or whether it is just going to be the one trooper. But yeah, thanks guys, and until next time, I hope you enjoyed watching.